from is just a fact. Teams don't win the Stanley Cup without good coaching.
And the faceoff is won by Theoren Fleury and cleared in behind the Devils' net. Sean Burke has never beaten the Flames. Lost this season in the 4-2 Calgary win played at New Jersey, and he is 0-4 lifetime. The Devils have lost the last 4 games played against the Flames, including all 3 last season. Patrick Sundstrom will dump it in. Sundstrom, Shanahan, and McLean on the big line for the Devils. Tracked down by Jamie McCown and cleared out by Fleury. Again, this line can fly. If this team can put it up on the board. Ranheim in the middle, couldn't get a stick on it. Fleury trailing the play. Knocks it down into the corner to Ranheim. Looking Ranheim in front. Centering pass knocked away by John McLean of the Devils. Gilmore got it out through the middle. Back the other way. Shanahan shot saved by Vernon. Vernon, 26 years old, 5'7", 160-pounder in net. That one will be shot back in over the glass and into the stands.
Gary, one of the things that Coach Jim Schonfield is going to do right off the bat is very short shifts. Not a lot is made about the fact that Calgary is actually as high as Denver, and the altitude can get to the players. So the one thing you do not want to do if your player is get caught out there for a minute and 15-second shift. If you say that you've been on the ice for 30 seconds and there's any question about it, you get off. Don't get caught for a long shift. You may not get your legs back the whole game.
League's leading scorer, Joe Nieuwendyk, 13 goals, 14 assists, takes the face-off, wearing 25 for the Flames. We'll see 2 of the top 10 tonight. Sergei Makarov is 5th in the league with 24 points, actually tied for 4th. Wrapped in around the net as the Devils will try and get ahead against a club that it's tough to do against. Muller had it knocked back in behind the net by the defenseman Merzen, and it will be cleared to Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk on the near side, Makarov on this line with him. Checked in. Devils will have to be very careful defensively in the zone, because once the Flames get it fired up in the offensive zone, they can really move it. Makarov made the fake, gets it back, and it's saved by Burke. That's what we're talking about. Sergei Makarov set up by Nieuwendyk.
The Devils do a bad job of getting the puck out of the zone, but once the turnover was made, you can see how this line is starting to really get a feel for each other. Nice pass into Nieuwendyk, Nieuwendyk back to Makarov, and Burke has to be sharp. Burke will have to be sharp the first 10 minutes of this game, because like all good teams, at home especially, the good teams like to come out and really pour it on.
Brady with Joe Otto on him, drops it off Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen had it poke checked away. 2 forecheckers in behind the net. Jim Korn trying to find the lane, and does to Broughton. Broughton coming, 2-on-3, now 3-on-3. His pass a little too far behind, and Joey Mullen, their leading scorer last year. Penalty coming up, delayed call, it'll be on the Devils. Delayed call coming up by Gregson if the Devils can get a stick on it, and they do. And we're going to have the first power play opportunity coming up, and the Flames will get it. The high-sticking call as the result. Calgary on the power play this season, second in the league, almost 28% effective, 27.9. Against the Devils in the first game, Calgary ended up going 0 for 2 on power play chances.
The main man on the power play here is number 2, McGinnis at the point. They try to get a puck back to him and let him either use his shot, and if the Devil players come out, then he'll pass it off. But he's the main man as far as getting the puck back to McGinnis, because he has probably the best shot in the National Hockey League.
Certainly the hardest if you ask the goaltenders around the league. It'll be shot in by Gary Suter. Devils bounced by Mark Johnson on the penalty-killing unit. There, Fleury down low will let it go to Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk back up onto the point. McGinnis working with Suter on the point. That's Fleury. Shot by McGinnis is deflected off the glass right in front of Burke. Fleury tried to tip it in. It rolls to McGinnis, who hacks it down against the boards. Picked up by Fleury. Wide side. Suter can't hold it in. The Devils in penalty killing this season, they are 8th. They've given up 11 power play goals. And the Flames are able to hold it in. Fleury took the high stick. Great balance by the little guy. Suter, Ruotsalainen out on the point on it. That one knocked away. Controlled by Nieuwendyk. Again, has stepped up, thought better of it. Brown gets it out. Ruotsalainen with good speed. Suter back. Ruotsalainen, save made. Vernon kicking it with the left pad. Nieuwendyk the other way. Here's a 3-on-2 chance on the power play. Nieuwendyk into the middle. Looking for McGinnis. Shot! That one deflected wide. And a whistle as the cage comes loose.
Gary, the Devils actually got a bad break there. They had a 2-on-2, Ruotsalainen and Brown, coming down on 2 Calgary defenders. Ruotsalainen took the shot, and Vernon kicked it right past Ruotsalainen and Brown. to the Newendijk line, who had a 3-on-2 coming the other way. So that puck was actually kicked about 75 feet by Vernon.
41 seconds remaining on the Corn penalty and the Calgary power play. Edmonton with their revised lineup last night. We get to watch the game here, Peter. They put on quite a show against these Flames, winning 5-2.
Well, you have to know, the Devils have to know that Edmonton is going to come out and physically try to hit them, because last night against the Edmonton Oilers, the Calgary Flames were really outplayed, especially physically, and that is not the kind of game that Calgary is used to playing.
Power play opportunity for the Flames continues. Wolanin and Tommy Abeline on the defensive pairing, clear that one out, down to 30 seconds on the advantage. Vernon sweeps it away from Broughton, who was right there. Sundstrom's able to kick it in. Vernon trying to hold it up. McGinnis back to get it. On the power play for the Flames this season, they are led by Newendijk's 5 power play goals. Fleury has picked up 4. They are their leaders in scoring, but it's McGinnis who sets a lot of that up with his shots. There's Joey Mullen, 110 points from Mullen last season. Joel Otto held it in, and a good tip on the rink wide as Broughton got the stick in, and that's it. The Devils have killed it off. So the Flames do not score on their first power play chance. They do, however, control the puck. Intercepted. Devils have a 2-on-1 Brown, 2-on-2. Muller hit the post, scored, it went in. The light is on. Kurt Muller on a 2-on-1 break. Breaks a 3-game scoring drought, and New Jersey takes a 1-0 lead.
Now, good play by Muller to give Brown the puck early, but watch how quickly Brown returns this pass. He gets over right there, boom. And Muller, it looked like it hit the post to a few people. You can see it actually hit right in the middle. But a good turnover by Muller, but Brown waited, and a nice pass across to Muller, who slides it by. In this line that was put together last game by Jim Schoenfield, Ojanen had 2 goals, and Brown had 1 goal last game, and now Muller gets a goal. That's 4 goals in less than 4 periods of hockey.
And only the 2nd goal of the season for Kurt Muller. And there's the whistle as again the cage has come loose. So the Devils, against the team that's had the best overall record 2 seasons in a row, have taken a 1-0 lead. The Flames trying to hold it into the Devils' end off the draw, able to do that. Sergei Priakin wearing number 16 right there against the boards. Priakin gets knocked down by Danico, and the puck's cleared out to Maley. Devils doing a good job of that one passing it out into center ice to get out of the zone, and they get control of it.
Well, that's what Jim Schoenfield has also told them. Don't get caught in your own zone running around. That can be very tiring. So they're making a good, quick, safe play.
Danico looking for the shot. He's missed 3 games with the wrist, takes it in. Vernon had to knock that one away. Mark Johnson was coming right through the top of the crease that time. Maley looking for some help, getting checked by Priakin. Puck is loose, rolled in on Vernon, and he makes the save. That went off a skate and went in on Vernon very hard. There's Muller, who got his 2nd. It's been a long time coming for the Devils captain.
Well, Kirk, who's had a viral infection that he has been trying to play through all season long. He picked it up in training camp. It's the kind of thing that a player like Kirk, he's not going to take a game off, but he really doesn't feel as strong as he needs to feel. One of Kirk's main attributes is his ability to work hard all the time. He's lost just a little of that zip, so hopefully he's over that now.
Devils need that scoring. Ruotsalainen with Driver. Brendan Shanahan. Shanahan off the dasher. Near side. Roberts pokes it up against the boards. Makarov got it back to Roberts. Tipped back. Sundstrom lost it. Makarov's got it. Makarov got it to Robertson on the breakaway. Makarov! Save! Burke! Score! It rolled in. He had it and he lost it. And this game is tied at 1.
Again, the line of Roberts, Newendijk, and Makarov was put together first couple days of training camp, and you're starting to see the results of all of that, because Roberts, the minute he saw Makarov get the puck, he just headed right down the ice. You see, Burke got a piece of that, but he couldn't stop it from just rolling by the line, and Roberts picks up his 13th goal of the year. But what a beautiful pass right there by Makarov, NHL's leading assist man.
That close. Just that close. Gary Roberts, what a season he's having now. He's got 18 points. He and Al McGinnis tied for 3rd on this team in points. And that's a lot for Roberts, who had 22 goals all of last season and has already picked up 13 this year. Devils get it in, pass Intercepted, flipped through center. Fleury over to get it. Bothered by Neil Brady. Poked to the boards. Gilmore and Brady collide. McCown working with McCrimmon on the defensive pairing. Devils trying to put a little more physical play on here as well. Fleury trying to get it in. Devils' Tommy Abilene finished the checkoff. Burke plays it up to Broughton. Broughton reversing direction to Wolanin. A 1-1 game with 12:20 to go, first period. Here at the Saddle Dome in Calgary, the home of the Cup and maybe the world's best hockey team. Certainly were in the National Hockey League last year. Devils again. Brown's got an alley. Dump Brown in. Brown the shot. Save. Burn it, and he's got it.
Gary, you have to be impressed with the line of Brown, Ojanen, and Muller. Again, they had 3 goals last game against the Edmonton Oilers. They've had a goal here tonight, and they've been creating chances. Now, Muller prefers to play center. There's no question about it. But with Ojanen and Brown, who seem to have a real feel for each other, he's doing a good job on left wing.
8-3, the shots on goal in favor of the Devils at the moment.
See Brown going there. He's trying to put it up over Vernon's shoulder. Didn't quite get it up high enough.
Behind the net, Doug Brown dug it out. Ojanen looking back to the point, goes to the middle where Muller was breaking. McCown was there to tip it away. Joey Mullen's got it. Mullen with 4 goals, 5 assists. Gets dumped by Danico as he rolled it in. Mullen against the boards, takes it back. Joey Mullen breaking to the net. Room shot partially blocked by Danico, deflected it high off the glass. Mullen and Brown, and flipped the center. Natras back to get it into the zone. Everybody gets on side, so Burke's going to have to play this one. Kenny Danico in the middle of Muller. Muller's pass behind Ojanen on the far side. Danny Ojanen around the boards intended for Doug Brown, but Natras at center will take it. Natras with Muller on him. And Muller sends him all the way back in behind the net to Suter. Muller, good forechecking job here. Devils skating well right now and putting some pressure on, and that's what's creating the situation of Calgary not getting out of the zone in a hurry. There's Turgeon.
You have to remember that Calgary did play last night, so maybe it's a case of them not having the legs in their own building right off the bat. So the Devils just sat around last night and watched that game on TV. Well, Calgary played a tough game in Edmonton.
Devils, of course, have been off since the 6-6 tie against Edmonton on Wednesday night. Ruotsalainen tips it out through center. Yuri Hrdina and Turgeon collide. Turgeon kicking at it. Hrdina got it. Kicked further down by Sergei Priatkin. And they start winding up with that circling motion in front, and Burke's got it. Burke plays it off. Ruotsalainen up to Maley. David Maley rink wide Turgeon. Turgeon with Natras in front of him. And Natras, Dana Merzen rather, got the stick on that and knocked it away. Calgary Flames. 1-1 game. Being outshot 8-4 at the moment. Hrdina's shot on goal. Save made by Burke. John McLean back in behind the net. John McLean at his own blue line. McLean's pass intercepted. Nieuwendyk still in the zone. McLean wouldn't let him out. Shot. Blocked. Nieuwendyk again, and a save made by Burke. Makarov had the first shot, and Burke came up with a big save on the shot from the point on the rebound. Makarov dropping it in the middle to Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk with Tommy Abilene on him. Centered it. Wolanin was there covering up in the middle. Again, the Devils clear. There'll be no icing.
And this is a very impressive line to watch, the Nieuwendyk line. Every time they're on the ice, they seem so dangerous.
Balashek intercepted. Nieuwendyk stepped in. Devils get it back. McLean on the turnaround behind the net. Shanahan in front. Patrick Sundstrom had it tipped away. Barrow's got it, and back they come again. Nieuwendyk back to Roberts. Roberts dumping it in front. They go to the net. The 2 forwards on that line who don't have it right for the net. The Devils are holding them up. Fans wanted a holding call, didn't get it. Peter Sundstrom had it jammed right up against the boards on him. Danico moved in to keep it in the zone. Devils were changing up on that. Did not get caught. Great move. Fleury in. Shot. Save. They sort of got a piece of it. Stinked another one in front. Fleury was skating through for the rebound. Couldn't get it. McCown had the point shot. Danico and McCown go down in the corner. Balashek trying to pin it up. Broughton cleared it up to the point. Not out. Natras the shot there. Tipped in front. Burke can't find it. Fleury shot. Saved by Burke. Rebound shot into the pile. Behind the net. Fleury in front again. Tied up. Couldn't get his stick down. Great effort. Broughton to the side to Brady, who falls down. It's now 9-8. The shot's on, and they favor the Flames, who are flying right now. Gilmore back into the zone, centered. It's tipped wide of the net. They're just busting for the net. Ranheim, the last opportunity. All these lines diving in on it. Corn and a whistle behind the play with a player down against the board.
It'll be, I believe, Fleury, because he was on the ice, and I don't see him now amongst the group of players that are left.
We pause now for a regional break. The score, Devils and Flames 1-1. One pickpocketed by Wolanin. Wolanin looking for some help. Bergquist on him. Tommy Albeline behind the net. Mullins on him. Back to the point. Shot in by Roberts. Save made by Burke. Natras again. Right through as Mullen got a tip on it, and Burke makes another save. You see the Flames' offensive thrust really coming to bear here in the second part of this first period. They've really turned it on. Calgary has scored this season 68 goals. That's the most in the National Hockey League. In behind the net, Suter. Suter will have to back it up. Flames want to change up and duel. Otto will be going to the bench. Near side, Priakin. Priakin in. He's all by himself. Priakin. Down he goes. Danico. Calgary got the change completed, though. Al McGinnis sends it around. Burke will hold it up. Randy Valashek in to get it. 1-1 game. Kirk Muller scoring for the Devils, and Roberts, his 13th of the season, tying it up for the Flames. McGinnis. Verdina. Danico kept it at center. Turgeon tipping it ahead. Mark Johnson. Not quite. McGinnis again. Intercepted by Maley. Maley's got Turgeon behind him. Looking for him. Maley had his stick picked up. Priakin broke that play up by getting Maley's stick up in the air. Maley. Good battle. But not quite enough. It'll be tipped and the teams will change. Hunter getting that one out.
Gary, for fans that have joined us since the start of the game, I think we should mention again that for the Devils, Fetisov is not in the lineup for the Devils tonight.
Devils trying to hold it into the zone off the draw. That one will be tipped and into the penalty box on the far side. We've got 6:05 left first period.
And again, Terry Chris, who has not been happy with his team's performance, basically on the road. At home, they've done a good job, 4-0-2, but it's been on the road, and that's understandable, because this year they are the Stanley Cup champions, and they're going to Billington. Everybody loves to beat the Stanley Cup champions.
Driver, there's no question you become really marked when you got the big cup sitting at home, don't you?
Joe Otto had a great line today. He said, I'm tired of being Stanley Cup champions wherever we go.
Nieuwendyk in. Nieuwendyk. Burke got a piece of it. It went underneath his right arm and came out. Brendan Shanahan starts the other way. Joe Nieuwendyk with the opportunity to put him on top, but not quite. Denied. Dana Merzen played a real strong game against the Devils in New Jersey in the 4-2 Flames win. That one tipped through the middle. Nieuwendyk. Karov. Sergei Makarov. Rutsalainen on him. That backed him up to the point. McLean is there and just falls down to get it out of the zone. And McGinnis will chase it down. Devils, with their 6-5-2 record, they are tied for 9th in the league, while Calgary 7-4-4, they are tied for the third best record. McCrimmon trying to hold it in. Muller knocked it away. Oyenin also helped out to get it to center. Makarov again back, though, to Gilmore. Gilmore spun around. Tommy Abilene to Muller. Muller drops it off. Oyenin back to Muller. Muller not going to do anything with that one as he went down. Doug Brown covering up on it. Gilmore turns. Oyenin steps in on him. Gilmore with the advantage gets the puck in front of him. Wolanin over to Tommy Abilene. We are tied, a 1-1 game. The second of the 3 meetings for these two clubs. Devils here at the Saddle Dome, as most teams have always struggled trying to get a W. Muller in on goal. That was deflected and knocked away to center by Gilmore. Danico on the check, pass back 2-on-1. Mullins in the middle. Gilmore tried to get it to Mullen. Nice play by Randy Valashek. And into the net. Mullen and Burke. We've got a penalty coming up on this one. Tied at 1. Terrific call on Doug Brown.
Good hustle by Brown, but Mullen breaking for the net with equally good hustle. And Brown couldn't see that puck had been intercepted by Valashek. Just put the stick out there, and that caused the penalty. And it gives the Flames a good chance to pull ahead in this game.
Flames' second power play opportunity did not convert on the first one, and on the season now they are 0 for 3 against the Devils. But remember, this team, second best power play in the league, and that's exactly what they had when the year finished last season. They have the second best power play. 3:57 left in the first from the Saddle Dome Auto. Belichick. Check Auto. You pay for it. Mullen got Auto in front of the net. Suter at the point with McGinnis. McGinnis gets it back from Gilmore. Sends it in. Auto tried to tip it. The aerial. Belichick. Danico. Auto.
And that's why Jim Schonfield likes to have Kenny Danico in the lineup. You saw Otto right in on top of Sean Burke, just sort of standing there, and Danico just came over and gave him a good shot, just saying, if you're going to stand here, you're going to pay the price.
And did. Miami State, Joel Otto, one of the few players to come out of a Division II-III school, make it, and I mean make it big time.
Well, 6'4", 220-pound free agent. Last year, 23 goals, 30 assists, 53 points. He's been a big find for the Calgary Flames.
More ways than one, eh? That's all right. And that is he taking the face-off. Number 29, Joel Otto, against Aaron Broughton. Draw one back to McGinnis. Power play underway for the Calgary Flames. Gilmore in the middle. A shot by Otto was trickled wide off a defenseman's stick. Otto chasing it down. Broughton was there. The Sundstrom who clears. 1:11 on the power play.
And Gary, for the Devils, one of the combinations that Jim Schonfield has great confidence in killing penalties, Sundstrom and Broughton. They're out there a lot together.
Suter brings it in. Got hacked at and held as Mark Johnson got the stick on him. Up against the boards, Mark Johnson tried to get it out. Suter had it for a moment, but Korn's able to clear.
Devils have been doing a good job on these power plays the Flames have had. And again, they've been very aggressive. That seems to be the way to beat other teams' power plays. Be aggressive, and then there's a little mishandling of the puck. Get on top of them.
Flames still with time here. They've got 35 seconds on the advantage. They've got Newendijk stationed in front of the net. Makarov got dumped. Puck held in, though. Suter, the shot saved Burke. Rebound deflected all the way back to McGinnis. And McGinnis sends it in, and Burke decides enough of that and hangs on to it with 20 seconds remaining on the Devils' penalty. Interesting, the Devils' penalty killing on the road, they are third best in the league. They've only given up 4 power play goals on the road in 30 chances, while at home they are 12th.
So I think most of the statistics for the Devils would be much better on the road than they are at home, as they continue to struggle at home. And on the road, 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And that loss is a 4-3 loss to Vancouver Canucks in a very exciting game. So they really do play seemingly a better brand of hockey on the road.
Numbers, and in fact, their play. The numbers do tell a fair story in that regard. McGinnis taking it to Roberts, 15 on the power play. Roberts looking for Newendijk, back to Roberts. Newendijk wraparound shot high in the air. Burke's got it. And the Devils move in. Roberts and Broughton shoving. Danico moves in. The Devils number 3.
Now Roberts, who had the goal for the Calgary Flames tonight, he didn't get his first goal, his 12th goal last year till January 3rd. He already has 13 this season, and you'll see how this line works so well. They have great agility. All 3 players on this line, Newendijk, Roberts, and Makarov, and they really do cause problems. They now have 70 points combined in the season. This is the 16th game of the year.
Yow. Erdina on the face-off against Broughton. Belichick back to get it. Got a stick caught and upended. Power play is over. They're 0 for 2. Erdina, the shot, deflected in front. Tried to tip it in, couldn't get it there. So the Devils have killed off 2 Calgary power play opportunities. And the score remains 1-1 with 2 minutes left to go in the first period of play. Sergei Makarov. Ojanen drops it. It came outside the zone. Back to get it is Driver. Over to Ruotsalainen. Back to Driver. Ojanen wide side to Brown to Muller. Muller holding to the point. Ruotsalainen shot it. And that one, I think, hit Ojanen. Drove that one right into Jani Ojanen, who went down. Fell, got knocked down. The puck hit him. It was right on the ice. Verdina tips it in by Muller. A minute 20 left to go. Muller will chase it down. Flames changing up. In the middle, Brown. Devils want to change as well. Bad timing on it. Here's Mullen in the middle on the change. He shot it wide. They caught the Devils in a change and held it in the zone. Deflected wide by Mullen again, and another penalty. This one's on Burke for roughing.
And that was a needless penalty by Burke.
Power play for the Flames in this 1-1 game. John Burke now has 21 minutes in penalties this season. He adds 2 more in the roughing call.
One of the reasons Jim Schonfield wanted to have Sean Burke in goal tonight, number one, he's a good goaltender, but also, as we have a look at it right here, I mean, that play was in the corner. There was really no need to do that to Mullen, and you can see Sean shaking his head. But just getting back to the point, Jim Schonfield wanted to have Burke. This is where the Canadian Olympic team was stationed for the '88 Olympics. Sean Burke played here. He knows how to play in this rink, and he knows how to handle the altitude.
Brendan Shanahan has gone to the box to serve the penalty, so the Flames have their 3rd power play chance. Korn, Brown, and Burke have picked up the 3 minors in this period. Calgary has not drawn a penalty. McGinnis has got it. It's a 1-1 game. 55 seconds left to go in the period. There's Joel Otto. Tommy Abilene pokes it away. Wolanin up against the boards, and Broughton looking to get it out. Didn't do it. McGinnis, a big hold in right there by McGinnis. Otto. Mullins. Suter, and that one, the bouncing puck went by. They get a little help from the goaltender. Vernon came out to drive it through center to Gilmore with 30 seconds left to go in the period. Here's Otto. Flames on a power play. Centering pass to Gilmore. Went to Mullen. Back to McGinnis. The cannon. Save made by Burke. He had time to wind it up. Mullen. 19 to go in the period. Suter. Devils challenging the point now. Mullen the shot. Save Burke. Rebound deflected near side. Gilmore. Doug Gilmore through the middle. Knocked away Tommy Abilene. Suter. Saved by Burke. Rebound. There's the whistle. Big period for the big guy in net.
You see all 4 of the Devil players down low. That seems to be one of the things they're doing against the Flames, is they're giving the shot at the point, and they're trying to clear people out from in front of the net so that Burke can see it, and then jump on that puck and ice it down. You see the 4 Devil players are way back, giving the point shot, but trying to outman the Calgary Flames down low. You'll see as they come charging back here quickly. And again, they're also doing a good job of making the Flames pay in front of that net.
This is probably the best, toughest we've seen the Devils in front of their own net this season. And it's not easy to do that against the Flames who have that great size. 4 seconds left in the period. Tied here at 1-1. Time for the draw here, though, for the Flames in their own zone. They'll go back to the point. They've got the big guy, McGinnis, up against the boards on the far side to take the shot if they can get the draw back to it. That will be the job of Joe Nieuwendyk. And Broughton jousting with him to get position. And Broughton, a good job. He won the face-off to Danico, and that's going to do it. So, a standoff for the first period with the Devils getting the jump early on, and then the Flames really pouring it on offensively.
I thought the key there was Burke had a good period, but also the Devils did a good job.
All right, we are ready. Haven't mentioned Tim Hunter is out of there for the Calgary Flames. He's got a 10-game suspension, getting into a fight coming off the bench Wednesday against the Winnipeg Jets, so he's serving the 2nd of that 10-game suspension here tonight.
And we'll talk about that a little later. It's a very strange rule that the Devils players didn't know the wording, and it's something a lot of players were talking about the last couple of days. We'll explain more later.
Suter sends it in. Power play opportunity. 40 seconds left on it as we start the 2nd period. The Flames have the advantage. Otto, Valashek in the corner. Mullen trying to dig it out, and that'll get a whistle. Why don't we do it right now?
As good time as any. The other night against the Winnipeg Jets, Donnelly cross-checked one player, speared another, was not getting a penalty, but the whistle had blown, and there was a line change. Hunter came on the ice with a regular line change, but attacked Donnelly before the puck was dropped, and therefore he was coming off the bench to get into an altercation, and that's why he got the 10 games. It wasn't a 6-on-5 situation. He just started the fight before the puck was dropped, and that's why he got the 10 games. And even the Devils players, I talked to Jimmy Corn and Dave Maley, 2 of the players that might get involved in something like that, and they didn't know the wording.
Gary Chris told the team that, and the he could have also gotten a suspension as the coach in that situation. The NHL decided not to do it. The players all kind of smilingly said, give us a break, put him out of here for 10 games, will you?
Well, they wanted 15, as a matter of fact. They had a team vote.
Suter, pass blocked by Sundstrom, taken by Broughton, 16 on the power play. Broughton in the short-handed, and Vernon had to make a left pad save on that one. Suter turns it up ice. 1-1 game here at the Saddle Dome. Gary Thorne, Peter McNabb, great to have you with us. That's an offside. Roy Mullen starting in. Boy, what a season for the kid, number 7. Last year, 110 points. Shanahan serving the penalty that was on Burke.
We're talking about Joey Mullen. Joey Mullen not off to the kind of start that you would expect from a man who scored 40 goals or more in each of the last 6 seasons. Only Gretzky has a longer consecutive streak. His is at 10.
And a nice guy in doing it. Won the Lady Byng twice. Put it in the net and still smile about it.
And a New York native.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of things going for him.
A lot of things going for him. That one's cleared in by Roberts, and the penalty is over. So the Flames are 0 for 3 now on the power play as the Devils get it back to even strength for the Flames, holding it into the zone. Centering pass back to the point. McCown's there, but it got by him. That'll be chased down, and the Devils will use the opportunity to complete their line change. Yanni Ojanen coming out on the ice. Ojanen, Brown, and Muller. Good performance here tonight on this line, getting their second game working together. There's Nieuwendyk shoved to the boards by Wolanin. Ojanen's got it into the middle of Muller, and Muller back. Takes the shot. Vernon with a save. McCrimmon was in front of him and let Vernon see the shot all the way. He had no trouble making the save. Over to Roberts. Makarov in front of him. Sergei Makarov. Bouncing puck through Wolanin. That one through Nieuwendyk. Doug Brown bangs it back out through center. Chased down by Roberts. Shanahan out on the ice. There's Brendan Shanahan against the boards. McCown trying to back it up. Lost it. It's in the corner. Turns and finds it. And the Flames will regroup in their own end. Intercepted. McLean. He shot that one wide. McCown blocked his angle that time. Roberts has it. Hrdina coming with him. It's a 2-on-3. Yuri Hrdina tried to shoot it. Missed it. Second time. Got it in off the body of Burke. Was not on net, however. Dropped back to Driver. Shots are 17-11 in favor of the Flames, who did not give up a lot of shots. Very difficult to outshoot them through the season last year. Not many teams able to pull that off. It'll be sent in by Priatkin.
Well, the first 15 games this season, the Flames have outshot the opponent 12 times. So they usually get more shots than the other team, and you need a good goaltending performance.
Hrdina putting the pass out. He was knocked away by Burke. Priatkin was in front, but then knocked down. Sundstrom knocked down by Priatkin. Picked up by Shanahan. Devils are onside. Send it in. A 1-1 game. Devils here at the Saddle Dome have only won twice. They're 2-6-2 in their New Jersey franchise history. Against these Calgary Flames, they've only won 3 games ever. 3-16-3. Taken by Denimers behind his own net. Maley trying to catch up, and a penalty coming up. Good hustle right there by Maley, and Fleury grabbed him. It'll be a holding call. Calgary Flames, 16 points in the month of October. Despite all the wins they had last year, they had a better October this year than they did last year or ever, for that matter.
This shows you the expectations of the Stanley Cup champion.
Yeah.
Their best start ever here in Calgary, and people, fans, and the management are still disappointed. It's a very heavy burden to carry that Stanley Cup champion.
The cup gets heavier as the next season goes along, doesn't it? Devils on the first power play opportunity. Ojanen working on the power play. Mark Johnson. Magic drops it off. Tommy Albaline. They've got Muller in the middle. The shot hit the post. Did it go in? Yes, it did. It's a power play goal. Right to the back of the iron and right straight out. And the Devils didn't take long to get that one, and it's a 2-1 New Jersey lead.
And Mark Johnson will pick up his 6th goal now. This is only his 11th game of the season. Mark Johnson didn't play the first 3 games for the Devils. You see, he is so valuable to the Devils, but he was not played the first 3 games, and I know he handled it very well, but he was upset because he thought he could really help this Devil club.
3:20 of the time of the goal. Mark Johnson gets it, and the Devils take a 2-1 lead, so on their first power play chance, they convert. Mark Johnson has really been playing well for the Devils. They have needed his scoring, and he's producing for them. The jam up in the corner will draw the whistle. Johnson getting his 6th goal of the season and his 11th point of the year. And the Devils on the power play, their road power play is better than their home power play, as we talked about before. No surprise there, in light of the way they have played at home. Jersey's now 10 for 27 on the road. That's the best road power play in the National Hockey League.
Again, it just seems to be the confidence with which they move the puck on the road.
Wolanin shot that one wide. It deflected into the near side corner. Grabbed by Fleury. And Calgary for the second time down in the game. Ranheim. Burke with a save. Didn't push it off. Open net. Score! Fleury! Darren Fleury on a mistake by Sean Burke has tied the game at 2.
Now, this is just the kind of goal that Jim Schonfield really has to fear, because it's a lucky goal. It's a break. The Devils are playing well. The last thing the Flames need at home is a lucky break. And you see right there, Burke just fans. The puck is actually hit out front right there by one of the Calgary players. But the fact was, you'll see it right here. Ranheim has a good shot, but Burke has a chance to clear it. He doesn't. Ranheim pokes it out front. Fleury has a whole wide open net.
Fleury gets his 7th. Ranheim gets the assist on it at 3:54, so they answered in a hurry. Devils scored at 3:20, and at 3:54 the Flames respond, and this game is tied again at 2. But just when the Devils look like they might be able to pick it up, the Flames come right back on that break and put it in, and that's a trademark of Darren Fleury. The little guy is just a bee out there. Right place, right time, because he works at it.
And he really seems to be a spark for the Flames. Anytime Terry Crisp feels that his club is not playing well, you know that Fleury's going to be out there.
And he got it done. Now the Flames pick the pace up. Turgeon back to get it. Sylvain Turgeon wide to Mike Johnson, who has the Devils' power play goal. Johnson had it tipped away, just knocked up in the air that time by McCoon. Good play. Makarov down the right. Makarov dropped it. Roberts the backhand to Makarov, and there goes the cage. As Makarov running into Sean Burke. Flames lead in the shots, 19-12. 15:06 left to go in the second. And the draw 1 to Natras. Natras flips that one in off the boards. Driver was there, sends it out. McLean's got a step. McLean with Natras in front of him. Natras got the angle. Tried to get it to Shanahan. Natras broke it up. Outstanding play by Rick Natras. As he found the puck and drove it away. Suter coming the other way. Ruotsalainen on him. Gets knocked down and took the puck with him all the way to the board. Shot by Natras, deflected out deep. Patrick Sundstrom got the stick on that one, and the Devils clear to center as the Flames have taken over the play right now.
Gary, it's interesting to see Terry Crisp go with his best line of Nieuwendyk against the Devils' best line of Sundstrom.
Two offensive lines are out there facing one another right now. Makarov knocked it away to Roberts, who sends it by Ruotsalainen. Sean Burke leaves it for Driver. Flames change on the fly. Devils not getting anything set up offensively now. Shanahan had it knocked away to Ruotsalainen. This pass is tipped. There will be an icing on this. As McGinnis, nope, they wave it off. So McGinnis will play it. Into the zone. Calgary charging. Mullen's out in front. Shot in off the back of Mullen that time. Roy Mullen in the corner with Wolanin. Point shot. Save Burke. Doesn't know where it is. Murzin had the shot. Korn can't get it out. Great effort by Bergquist. Jonas Bergquist held that one in. Sheer strength on that. Back to Murzin. He'll try it again. Blocked again by Korn. Jim Korn will come to center. Flips it. Brady. Neil Brady. Korn missed it on the wide side. Had it along the ice, though. Wolanin waiting for Korn to get onside. Pass intercepted. Devils want to change here, but not now. McGinnis sends it in.
And Neil Brady, who made that nice pass to Korn, wasn't scheduled to play tonight until Podubny came down with a bad back. But you know he wants to play well. He has his family here, and this is as close as his family gets. So there are quite a few friends of Neil Brady here tonight.
Good check on Herdina by Brady right there. Brady and Herdina still going at it. Brady was able to hold the puck in by doing that, though. McCown got it up to Priakin. Priakin's pass to Herdina. Again, knocked away by Broughton. This time it's loose on the wide side. The shot saved by Burke. Good opportunity again for the Flames. Mark Hunter had that chance, and now behind the play will get the whistle. Off the draw, Suter goes in behind the net in his own zone. Suter turns the Jets on, heads up ice by Ojanen. Poke checked away, inside shot, save made off Ranheim. As Burke had Ranheim with a truck puck behind him for a moment, but he pulled it back and got the shot off. Play by Ranheim. We're tied here at 2-2, 12-10 to go. In the second, Gilmore to the middle, looking for help. Didn't find anybody. Muller gets stood up by Natras, taken by Ojanen. Jani Ojanen. Ojanen shot save made by Mike Vernon. And into the corner, Gilmore overskated it. Nobody there to take it away from him, though, so he had plenty of time to get it back. Fleury with one of the goals. Look at the balance, and the guy built low to the ice. Ruotsalena changing up on the fly. The Flames. Driver intended for Turgeon. Intercepted by Merzen. Driver regains possession. Paid for it as Roberts took him into the boards right at the bench. Sylvain Turgeon. Ojanen shot saved by Vernon. Turgeon looking for a rebound. There will be none.
See Jani Ojanen taking that shot. And talking to several of the Devils, they are really impressed with Ojanen's shot. And he has got a couple of very big goals for the Devils so far this season. He wasn't expected to make the goal.
This game's being televised back to Sweden tonight. That's all I can tell you. It's H-E-J-S-V-E-R-I-G-E.
Says, welcome all you Swedish fans. Thanks for joining us here tonight in Calgary.
At the Saddle.
I've studied a little Swedish, yeah.
It's a 2-2 game. Goals here in the second period. Mark Johnson for the Devils. Theron Fleury has picked one up for the Flames. First period, Muller and Roberts. Here's the break. No penalty. Wanted a haul down. Didn't get it. So the Devils back the other way. Ruotsalena to Driver. Driver to Ruotsalena. Ships it in. Maley couldn't get a stick on it as Roberts tore it away. Nieuwendyk dropped it off. Makarov takes the shot. Saved by Burke. Rebound Roberts. Saved by Burke. And Makarov just able to hold it in. Nieuwendyk in on Roberts. He got dumped by Driver. Driver cross-checked him and got away with it. Ruotsalena.
Every once in a while, Sean Burke's size helps in many other ways. He screened the referee, and that's why the referee couldn't see that cross-check.
Makarov again. Great pass. Burquist. No shot. Wolanin takes him to the boards. And a penalty coming up on this one. It's a boarding call.
Have a look at the boarding call made on Craig Wolanin right here. As he runs the player into the boards. Now, Craig Wolanin has been playing his best hockey of the year. He hasn't played that much in the last two games against Calgary and Edmonton. He's been by far the best Devil defenseman as far as really laying his body.
Fourth power play chance now for the Flames, who are 0 for 3. Joey Mullen, it's a 2-2 game. Side of the net, Otto shot that one, trying to go over the wide post. Not quite. McGinnis holds it in. Danico and Mullen behind the net. Comes away to Gilmore. McGinnis, ooh, that was close. Almost got by him. Point shot save made. Right from the top of the circle. Otto out in front of the net. He had the last shot up to Suter at a point. Suter and McGinnis. Suter's working down that circle side as they... McGinnis shot saved by Burke. They're overloading with Gilmore being the weak side forward in the circle away from us.
Sean Burke is doing a good job of keeping the Devils in this game right now. He let in that goal by Fleury, a bad break for the Devils. But again, that's just the style of a true champion, the ability to, after you make a mistake, to make up for it and keep your team in the game. Here, good passing by the Flames, moving the puck around. The shot by Otto right here. It's nice to have a pointman like McGinnis on one side and then Gary Suter on the other.
That never hurts, does it?
You can really move that puck around. And they also have two set power plays. They had the Otto, Mullen, and Gilmore, and then they had the Nieuwendyk line. Those are two pretty potent power plays for the Calgary Flames.
Shots on goal really piling up here now. 27-14 in favor of the Flames as the Devils living dangerously here with 9:56 left to go in the second period.
It doesn't take too much of a mathematician to say, well, let me add them up first. But it's halfway through the game. The Flames are at a 54-shot pace. That's pretty exhausting for Sean Burke.
Power play with 1:21 left on it for the Flames to win the draw. Otto won it. McGinnis. Mullen. By Driver. Otto gets it back out to Suter. McGinnis, the cannon. Score! Kept in front. Joe Otto. Power play goal. 3-2. Flames.
And Otto only picked up his fourth goal of the season, but this is just a beautiful power play. Good passing. Suter over to McGinnis. And that shot of of McGinnis is just such a great weapon. He's able to get it on net from almost any position. That pass wasn't exactly the greatest pass in the world across to him, but he's such a talented player. He's able to reset his balance and get a good hard shot on net. You see, he was actually going back a bit when he shot that puck. And Otto, who's so tough to move in front, picks up his 4th goal of the season on the power play.
20th power play goal for the Calgary Flames, and for the first time, the Flames lead 3-2. They continue to put the offensive pressure on. They're 1 for 4 now on the power play. Right now, they are dominating, keeping it in the offensive zone. McCown back, John McLean reversing. Ryotkin's got it. Ryotkin ahead. Goal coming at 10:15. Otto from McGinnis and Suter. McLean couldn't knock the aerial down, and McCown will chase it down. Again, last season, this Calgary team did not lose at home until December 27th. And all 4 losses last year were by 1 goal at home. Wolanin in on Vernon. He tipped it high in the air. Shanahan wanted to wind up, take a whack at it, but McCrimmon tied him up. Makarov. He can fly. 3-on-2. Makarov to Ryotkin. Overskated. Shanahan couldn't get it. Burke with a save, and he hangs on. I'll tell you can see why Sergei Makarov was the leading scorer 6 years in a row for the Soviets.
And if Sergei Starakov, the New Jersey Devils defenseman, ever decides to do something in hockey, he should be a scout. Before the season started, Starakov said that of all the players that came over from the Soviet Union, that Makarov would be the best, clearly the best player to come over because he has the most talent, most suited for the NHL. So far, he's been right on the money.
Has he ever? 3-2 lead for the Flames. Joe Nieuwendyk on the faceoff against Mark Johnson. 1 to Roberts. Roberts centered it. Burke will cover up. Makarov down on the ice. Tried to get some kind of a shot on, but he didn't have any room to get the stick on the ice.
Gary, it'll be interesting to see how Gary Roberts continues as far as a goal scorer for the Calgary Flames. This is the first season that he's really been put in that role. Last year he had 22 goals, but this year he's going to be counted on to score goals. It's one thing to get them as a bonus. It's another thing to be counted on as a big goal scorer. It's a lot more pressure.
He started out hot this season and is continuing that way. Suter, nice hold in. Knocked away. Turgeon on the break. Here's Turgeon, Sylvain Turgeon, Suter trailing. Saved by Vernon. And he's got it under the glove.
Turgeon, who did not play last game against the Edmonton Oilers, he was just scratched. Trying to get back in the good books with Jim Schonfield. The second breakaway he's had in this game. Both times he's been chased hard by a Calgary Flame defenseman, but he's using his speed tonight.
Turgeon, out in that Edmonton game, he had a great first game getting the trick, and then since then just does not score.
Only 1 goal in the last 10 games.
There's Mike Vernon. What a year he had last season.
His record last year combined, 53 wins, 11 losses, 5 ties. That's regular season and playoff.
Lost only 6 games during the regular season. He's second only to Roy with a 2.26 goals against. Gregson and Schonfeld discussing the situation. We have a Flames lead, 3-2. Devils get the power play chance. They've only had 1 and they scored on it. The Suter out there picking up the call at 11:51. Now the Devils see if they can get it tied up on this, their second power play chance. Tommy Abilene. Don McLean. Devils led by Brendan Shanahan, 17 points. McLean has 16. Held in. Nope. Bad pass. Tommy Abilene couldn't get much on that one. Gilmore stepping up with Otto now. It's all down from behind. Mark Johnson gets it back. Johnson has scored the Devils' power play goal coming at 3:20 of this period. Kurt Muller, the other Devils goal. Otto, Fleury, and Roberts have scored for the Flames, and that one cleared by Atkins. At center, Mark Johnson. Mattress again moves in on Tommy Abilene, and Muller's got to chase it back. Muller with his second goal of the season tonight. The Devils puck will not sit on the stick.
Jerry, for the Devils, Van Turgeon has gone to the dressing room with the trainer. He got slashed by Suter on that last play. He was holding his left arm as he was standing on the bench, and I think they've gone in to check that and see just how serious that is.
Mark Johnson off to Muller. 46 seconds, that's all in the power play, and the Devils are just getting it into the zone. Back up to Driver. Driver winds up. Newendijk had a piece of it tipped, and Vernon got just the end of the glove on the tip by Muller. And a glove pass called here. A glove pass in the offensive zone draws the whistle. Not so. You're at the other end. So the faceoff will come out the center.
Good pass by Driver there. But what Kurt Muller did well on that play is after the puck was moved out to Driver, instead of standing back waiting for the puck to come to him, he broke for the net. And that enabled Driver to make the pass there, and Muller had the good opportunity. But watch the slash here. Suter on Turgeon right there. Well, I think he was looking at the right arm, unless it went all the way through the arm to the left arm. But it was the right arm that was slashed by Suter on Turgeon.
Power play for the Devils. 29 seconds left on the advantage. Muller against the boards with Otto on his back. Otto dug it away. Held in. Oyanen, but Driver couldn't get it as Otto sends it back to Burke. Up to Driver. 15 on the power play for the Devils. Ruotsalainen. Ruotsalainen. Brown was cutting. Vernon hit it with a stick. Brown. Oyanen. To the point to Driver. Off his stick, and Ranheim clears it out. And that'll do it. Penalty is over, so the Devils 1 for 2 on the power play as the Flames continue on top by a score of 3-2. 6 minutes left to go. Second period. Broughton. Just tipped by Dana Merzen that time. Broughton still has it. Torn in front of the net. Can't get it to him, though. Naspers there. Makar off to Newendijk. This line explodes out of the zone. Roberts, the shot, save by Burke. That's explosion.
Great save by Sean Burke on the shot by Roberts. You have to react very quickly, but you see some of the things that the Calgary Flames are doing here. They're crisscrossing in front of the defense, and that's actually Neil Brady back there. And once you see there's a forward back there, that's just that sign, just go after him all the time. You usually see that forward be attacked on a 2-on-2 situation and try and just get the fact that he's not used to them and get a shot like that. Sean Burke had to make a great save.
Newendijk on the faceoff. Patrick Sundstrom will win this one. 30 shots, 30-17. Flames have the advantage, so it's been a busy night for Sean Burke. Vernon's made some big saves at the other end, though. The Devils have had some chances. Shanahan brings it in. Shanahan, McLean, and Sundstrom. McCrimmon tied it up in front. Sundstrom could not get a stick on that one. Makarov, nice move, just poked it around Tommy Abilene. Abilene back when McCrimmon's got it. Brad McCrimmon. Tied up by Sundstrom. In front, Shanahan knocked it away. It's up in the air, banged out, net's open. Sundstrom, Vernon back, and he's got it. The net was open for a moment as Vernon was caught to the right side, but there were too many bodies for Sundstrom to find the nylon.
And that's Vernon's first look at this line of the New Jersey Devils. Shanahan, Sundstrom, and McLean. The first real flurry that this line has had. And you've got to credit the Calgary Flames for that, because you see McCrimmon just move that puck back to Vernon. But this line has been held in check pretty well by the Calgary Flames so far tonight. Puck up in the air, moving around. And again, the puck will come to McCrimmon right here. And he just says, "Here you go, Mike. Let's get off the ice. Rethink a few things."
Time for a break. Mike Brennan. Devils scoring streaks. That first line, McLean, has had 14 points in the last 8 games. Behind the play, little jam up in the corner. That's what drew the whistle. McGinnis, Merzen, and Maley were the 3 who were down there. Also, Mark Johnson, he's continued his scoring streak now. He's had 4 goals in the last 5 games. Gary Thorne and Peter McNabb at the Saddle Dome in Calgary, where the Flames are leading the Devils by a score of 3-2. 1-1 first period. Muller and Roberts had goals in the first. Fleury and Otto have scored the last two after Mark Johnson had a power play goal for the Devils. Devils have led twice in the game, but right now the Flames on top for the first time, and we'll get some matching penalties right here. 4:54 left to go in the second.
Gary, the Devils' first road trip, they took advantage of it the other night by having rookie night. In the old days, rookie night would mean every single rookie on the New Jersey Devils would be out here with a shaven head and no hair anywhere. But now they take them to the most expensive restaurant in town and make them pay. But the Devils this year wasn't too bad. It was only about $300 a piece. The Tisas and Starikov, Brady, Oyanen, and Terrari, split a $1,500 bill amongst the three of them, amongst the five of them, pardon me.
Now what happens if the NHL changes the rule and suddenly they find out that some of these guys aren't rookies anymore?
Well, ask for their money back.
Get the bill.
Take it to kangaroo court, try and get it back.
There is still straight up on the ice here, full strength for both clubs on the matching liners. High sticking, Nhl Rs Njd at 15:06. Joey Mullen drops it off. Burquest shot save made by Burke on the 31st shot Calgary Flames have had in this game. That'll stop the clock with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Telling you about the losses here, I went back and looked today. I was just looking to see what those losses were. Hard to believe you can lose only 4 games at home, much less all by 1 goal. Montreal won 2 games here, 4-3 and 3-2. Boston won a 4-3 game, and Toronto won a 4-3 game there.
Notice something there? They didn't lose a game in their division at home.
Can you believe that? Town shot was wide. Picked up by Muller. Hrdina finds him. Muller backs off, and the puck comes free. Oyanen's got it. Danny Oyanen tried to center. Muller went behind him. 3-2 Flames on top. Brown had it knocked away. Mark Johnson. McCown from behind the net. Hunter. Hrdina behind him. Hunter dropped it. Hrdina in. Backhander. Score! 4-2 Flames.
Mark Hunter, who is normally a right winger, coming down the left board, puts a great move on Danico and gets around it, and that pulls everybody out of position. As you're going to see right here, watch the move. Right there. And everybody has to move over and try and help, and then Hrdina walks in, finds the 5-hole, and gives the Flames a 4-2 lead. But a beautiful move by Hunter right there. Danico, and you have to know that wrist of Danico that is sore stopped him from having that extra little strength to pull down Hunter.
Yuri Hrdina gets his 4th goal of the season. Hunter and McCown get the assists on it at 16-12. And now it is a 2-goal difference with the Flames on top, 4-2. That's the score they beat the Devils by in the first meeting this season. Down the Abilene back, 3 minutes, 22 seconds left to go in the period. And typical of a Flames kind of game, they just keep grinding at you, shoving it in, shoving it in. After a while, it's going to go by the goaltender. That's what they've done here tonight on the Abilene from center on Mike Vernon. Roberts tried to kick it out. Broughton holds it in. Horn can't control it. Suter had it. Roberts back to Suter. Knocked away Mark Johnson from Makarov. Devils, Mark Johnson drops it off. Horn intended for Johnson. He got tied up by Suter. Newendek turns the other way. It's a 3-on-2 for the moment. Broughton trying to get back. Makarov. Roberts intercepted by Broughton. The Corn. Devils are changing. Mark Johnson in front. Johnson is onside. McCrummon's with him. And Mark Johnson not going to get in the angle on Brad McCrummon.
We're starting this right now to see the little bit of tiredness by the Devils. They're not quite as sharp as they were in the first period. The line change is starting to get real quick.
Driver trying to pin it up against Doug Gilmore on the boards. Utsalainen over to McLean. Devils line, as Peter said, being held down tonight by the Flames. Flames and Devils coming into this game both had given up 55 goals on the season, identical with the Flames leading the National Hockey League in scoring. Danico did not hold it in. Offside on New Jersey.
Just checking the bench of the New Jersey Devils, and I have not seen Turgeon make his return yet. He's been gone for about 10 minutes now. I don't expect to see him back.
The Devils hope that by giving Turgeon the night off, fire him up a little bit offensively, and gets back in tonight, takes the slash on a breakaway, and he's gone.
He had a couple good chances using his speed. 2 breakaways, and it was actually on a breakaway he was slashed by Suter.
Bergquist drops it into the middle, back to Bergquist. Jonas Bergquist! Saved by Berg. Danico gets it underneath him and will draw the whistle. And they are really pouring the shots on right now.
Gary, just speaking of Bergquist, the Calgary Flames have to have some of the oldest rookies in NHL history. They have Makarov at 31, Friakin at 26, Bergquist at 27, and Reinham, the youngest of the rookies, at 23. Now, Devils have a couple of rookies themselves at 30 and 31 years old, but just to bring over the European players at a later age seems to be a trend in the National Hockey League.
We're telling you about Serge Savard of Montreal, who intends to introduce some kind of measure, which would not be against the Soviet players. In front, Berg! Puck loose, shot, score! Joey Mullen! 5-2 Flames.
And Gary, at one time in this game, the shots were 8-3 for the Devils. Since that time, it's been 32-10 for the Calgary Flames. And we see the Flames just keep working and working and working around the front of the net. And finally, Mullen comes out of the left part of your screen. He's all by himself. There are 5 Devils in that area, but they couldn't contain the 3 Calgary Flames.
Mullen gets his 5th of the season. Bergquist and Otto will pick up the assist. 18:34, the time of the goal. Mullen's got 5 on the season. And it's been 4 unanswered goals now. Fleury, Otto, Hrdina, and Mullen. And that has given the Flames a 5-2 lead. And we're down to the minute 7 mark of the second period. Shot in from center, and Driver got dumped by Hunter at center ice. And there they are colliding again on the far side. Minute left in the period. Ruotsalainen. We're seeing the strength of the Flames, who did play last night while the Devils had the night off, but it doesn't look that way on the ice. Mullen, who freed up Friatkin, got it back to Hunter. Hunter picked up that nice assist on goal number 4, sends it in. Driver. Devils would love to get one here in the final minute. Get this back to 2. Broughton to Mark Johnson. Flew over his stick. Mattress chases it down. Flames Joey Mullen. Bergquist will play it off the boards onside. Bergquist, Lennon fell down in front of him, but got back up to block the pass. 17 seconds left in the period. Sent down the dasher. They'll wave off the icing. McCrimmon will chase it down behind the net, and 10 seconds left to go. McCrimmon starts it up ice. Bergquist, and a whistle and a fight in the far corner. Way behind the play at the other end, and the Devils in.
Joe Otto and Ken Danico.
That's not them. That's them. There's Danico. He's leaving. They stayed down ice. Never started up in the far corner and went at it, so they'll go to the dressing room with only 5 seconds left to go in the period.
Yeah, I'm just going to mention to you the Calgary Flames, some of the players they haven't been using, we haven't seen that much of in this period. Fleury, who got caught on the nose, did get a goal this period, but really hasn't been used much the last 10 minutes. Terry Chris, with all the talented players that he's got, is able to just use players whenever he feels they're playing well. That's a real nice, comfortable feeling to have for a coach.
Real nice, especially in this situation where they just played last night against Edmonton, that great rivalry. Play the Devils tonight, and then have Edmonton coming back in here on Monday, so if he can give a guy some rest, as well as those who aren't maybe struggling a little bit, all to the better.
And it just seems that whenever the Flames are going well, Fleury doesn't play as much. But whenever they need that spark, that's when he's on the ice.
That's going to do it. 5 minutes for fighting, picked up by Otto and Danico at 19:55, but a second period dominated by the Flames.
The Flames just kept attacking and attacking, driving towards the net. They got one break. Reinham
by 3 going into the third period. Sean Burke, who has never beaten this club, he's 0-4, and Mike Vernon, who's 6-1 against the Devils. He had the win against the Devils in the Meadowlands earlier this season. Ruotsalainen's got it. Third even strength. Third period underway. Driver back over to Sundstrom. This line has been held intact. Sundstrom, McLean, score! No more. They're held intact. John McLean gets the goal. He's now scored in the last 9 games, 7 goals and 8 assists.
Just a beautiful play by Sundstrom. Right there, he beats Fleury and moves the puck across, and McLean just fires a rocket. That actually hit the post, hit the other post, and dropped in behind. But a beautiful play by Sundstrom. And again, no matter how you can contain this line for a while, but sooner or later, they're going to break out on you.
17 seconds into the period. John McLean gets his 8th goal of the season. Patrick Sundstrom. And Ruotsalainen, I believe, picked up the other assist on that. Driver got the assist on it. So Sonny, Sundstrom, and Driver. So the Devils get a big goal. That brings it back to within 2. You want it as early as you can get it when you're down 3, and they did. McGinnis trying to get it out, and does. Will be an icing call. Ruotsalainen will touch it up. Well, an important goal, and for John McLean, he continues leading the Devils along with Shanahan now with 17 points each.
Gary, for the Devils, it is good to see Bruce Driver starting to put the points on the board. Now in the last 4 games, he has a goal, 4 assists, 5 points. Starting to get that offensive play. Early in the season, he was doing a good job defensively, but didn't have that offensive spark. It seems to be back now for Driver.
Robertson on the middle. Makarov to Newendijk, intercepted by Wolanin. Tommy Abilene and Wolanin on the defensive pairing. Devils getting goal number 3 and their 20th shot. David Malin. Sticked up against the boards, didn't like it. He and McGinnis, a couple of shoves. Makarov has it. Sergei Makarov with Newendijk in the middle, crisscrossing with Roberts. Roberts drops it. McGinnis winds up the blast and a save by Burke.
I was watching McGinnis shoot in the warm-up before tonight's game, and he was taking great delight in walking in about 30 feet out and taking about a 1.5-foot shot off of Walmsley's pads, and you could actually hear Walmsley go, oh, and he would shoot the puck back at him, and they'd pass it back out to McGinnis, and he'd walk in again. He wasn't hitting him anywhere but in the big goaltender pads, but Walmsley was just screaming at him because he was hurting him.
McGinnis, Conn Smythe winner, the MVP playoff champion last season. He's the first defenseman who's won it in 11 years. Shot by Natras is pushing and shoving away from the play. We've got an interference call coming up.
Suter. Kurt Muller came out to the point to try and get at McGinnis. Suter just grabbed him and threw him down, and this really is a big point in the game for the Devils. The score is 5-3. They were down 5-2 at the end of the second period. They came out, got a goal right off the bat, and now can get within 1 goal with a power play goal.
Plenty of time left here with 18:34 to go, and the Devils will go back on the power play. They are 1 for 2 on the moment. Who was the last defenseman to win the Conn Smythe prior to McGinnis? It was 11 years ago.
Larry Robinson.
Had to be, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah, Larry Robinson won it.
I don't know who he played against that year, but...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Wasn't a rub.
No, you love it, don't you? You know? How many times did they win it in a row?
You love Montreal.
Oh,
I can't help it.
Yeah, I love all those guys.
Dana
my money in their pocket.
Sends it in. Peter had the unfortunate, as many have had, of playing against Montreal in the playoffs and losing. Not exactly alone in that category. We're taken by McLean and sent in. The Devils on the power play. Merzen behind the net. And again, he's able to get it out. That's twice Merzen has sent it the length of the ice on this chance by the Devils. Remember, New Jersey on the road, the best road power play. Jersey Devils, 1 for 2 here tonight. Sundstrom flips it into the corner. Around the boards by Natras. Hit the linesman. Gilmore. Gilmore and Mark Johnson takes him down. Just enough to cut the angle off. Shanahan, McLean, Oyenin out there on the power play now. Trying to clear. Shanahan won't let him. Shanahan in the shot. That's deflected. McLean was in front. Gilmore backed out by Ranheim. Back to Shanahan. Intercepted by Gilmore and back to Shanahan. 44 seconds left on the power play for New Jersey. Oyenin stood up by Merzen. Puck up against the boards. Oyenin, good job to keep it alive. Vernon will play it behind the net. Muller intercepted off Newendijk. They battle. Brown comes in and digs it out. Tommy Alvaline. Ruotsalainen doesn't take the shot. 23 in the power play. Does now. Save. And held on to by Vernon. Brown was behind Mike Vernon, who came down cutting the angle off.
Again, by this line of Brown, Muller, and Ojanen doing a good job of moving the puck around. A little pushing and shoving, but here's the situation right here. Nice passing by the Devils. You see Muller trying to get out front because Vernon could see that puck the whole way. And Muller's going to want to turn himself in. It's just a matter of going back, talking to the defenseman, and getting their timing down.
Muller and Merzen had a few words after the whistle. No call on it. Muller got hit by Merzen as he was standing in front of Mike Vernon. And the faceoff will be to the left of Vernon with 19 seconds remaining on the Devils' power play.
Another thing that quick goal by the Devils does is it doesn't force them to open things up quite as much as they would have to if they stayed down by 3 goals approaching the 12-minute mark.
Off the faceoff, won by Ojanen. Rookie, good job on a big draw. Devils intercepted and cleared by Rick Natras. Nice job by Natras, because that's going to kill it off. 4 seconds left on the advantage. Ojanen to center, off the back of a skate. Penalty is over. Devils 1 for 3, just out of the box. Suter. Tommy Alvaline. Puck still free. Brown. Brown off a skate, auto skate. McCrimmon back. Suter knocked away by Tommy Alvaline, and that will be an offside. 16:14 to go. The Calgary Flames leading it 5-3. National Hockey League's leading scorer, Joe Nieuwendyk, not been able to pick up a point here tonight. He did not last night. Gretzky did not score in his last game. Don't know about the game today. Hartford and the Kings playing. Hartford leading 5-3 in that one. Gretzky coming into tonight's play with 26 points. Nieuwendyk has 27. Mark Johnson on the check with the puck rolled out the center. Belichick sends it back in on Vernon.
Wayne Gretzky did get 1 assist. He tied him, but Nieuwendyk is technically ahead because he has more goals.
More goals. Sent around the net. Burke couldn't get to it. Berquist moved in, tried to center Hrdina, who's got a goal, but Mark Johnson intercepted. Magic the other way to Broughton. Broughton. Merzen in front of him. Now behind him. Broughton centered it, but right onto Hrdina's stick. Muller trying to get Maley, trying to get to the front of the net. Got him tied up. Never got to the puck. Knocked down. Ryakin. Point shot save made by Burke. There's McGinnis again winding up. Tommy Alvaline. McGinnis is tied for second among defensemen in scoring. Alvaline shot save made by Burnham, and that will end up over the glass and out of play.
Gary, for the Devils is again checking their bench. Sylvain Turgeon has not returned. He was slashed by Suter on a breakaway situation. He didn't score. Suter got a penalty, but he's been in the dressing room. He did not come out for the third period. That's not a good sign for the Devils.
Nieuwendyk going back. Bearcat Murray taking a look at him, the famed trainer of his Flames. Left leg giving him a little problem. They're taking a shot off the ankle. Face off to the right of Mike Vernon. 15:06 left to go in the third period. That next big goal we talk about in hockey so often. Its time is now present. Devils can cut it to 1. The Flames, if they get it, will go back on top by 3. Wolanin. Ranheim up in the forecheck. Sends him back. All Ranheim ahead to Tommy Alvaline. Devils, Sundstrom, McLean, blocked. Good hustle by Dana Merzen to get back on that, partially deflected. And Vernon will tie it up at the side of the net. And again, Merzen, number 5 of the Flames, involved a little pushing with McLean this time.
Dana Merzen has something in common with Sylvain Turgeon. Both first-round draft choices by the Hartford Whalers. This is Merzen's 3rd year with the Calgary Flames, 5th year in the National Hockey League. And it really wasn't until last year, late in the season, that he came into his own. And I think he may be going off by... No, the referee's opening up both gates, so it'll be Merzen and McLean going off in matching minors. Here we see McLean walking in. Good job of Merzen right there to take the shot away from McLean. Go in front. You see Merzen, like any good defenseman, turn and face the man. then sticks got up, and they both got a 2-minute minor.
It had happened twice, so referee Terry Gregson decided time to settle them down. There's Theron Fleury, we were talking about, Terry Crisp. I don't have to tell him twice to fly around the net. Happens very naturally. High sticking. 5:21, high sticking on McLean, roughing on Merson, matching Miners. Devils control it. Driver winds up. Shot, and then that's a blocker save made by Verna. Driver stepping up with Joey Mullen to try and hold it in. Mullen had it tipped away, but got it back. And Mullen sends it out the center. Ruotsalainen's got it. 14:20 left in the third. The Devils. And this second game between these two teams, trying to draw their first win of the year off them. The Devils have lost 4 in a row. 3 last year, 1 this year. Vernon out of the net. Just barely got that around the boards. Centered. Sundstrom saved by Vernon. Huge save by Mike Vernon. Sundstrom got set up by Shanahan. Sundstrom centered again. It went off the back of a skate. Joey Mullen's got it. Put that one down. That's a huge save in this game. Burke. Somehow Vernon got back to the wide side. Devils were changing. This is going to be an icing call on New Jersey. Comes through the crease and touched up. It had hit the backboards first. So with a 5-3 Flames lead, we'll take a break. Brown took it away. Nice pass for Muller. McCrimmon cutting in on him. Gets there in time before Muller could get the stick on the puck. Muller kicking at it to the point. See Valashek stepping in. The Devils defenseman closing in a little bit now. Karov's got it as they try and create some offensive chances. Oyen couldn't get it, and here's what happens when you do that. Makarov, back is Danico. Makarov, Roberts, save by Burke. 2-on-1, then a 3-on-2. Muller the other way. McCown moves in. Muller drops it off. Brown the shot, missed it wide. Held onto by Vernon. He dropped it, and Brown was there, but so was McCrimmon. Chances both ways. Gary Roberts. His drop pass taken by Wolanin. Oyen and DeBroughton just off the bench. Cardina's on him, hooking from behind. He gets knocked down, tried to send it in. Devils had a man open in front. They've got to get onside and do. Tommy Alberline wraps it back behind the net to Vernon. 12:29 to go, third period, a 5-3 Flames lead. Yuri Hrdina with a goal tonight. Wolanin, Hrdina right off the side of the net. Priatkin backhands it. That one goes wide. Hunter holds it in. Hunter's got one tonight. McGinnis shot right into Wolanin. He's all right and turns away with it. And he'll send it up. Not far enough. McGinnis, Devils changing. McGinnis drops it. Back to McGinnis. Again, the save, Burke. Rebound is loose. Rolls wide of the net. It went off Patrick Sundstrom. And the Devils just clear the pressure. Devils, second time tonight, getting caught in a line change. Ruotsalainen with a check. Ranheim behind the net. Driver's on him. Puck freed up. In front, knocked away by Ruotsalainen again. Point shot, McCown. That was high and wide of everybody. Sundstrom to the middle to Korn. Korn will dump.
And Gary, this is a calculated risk by the Devils. They're opening the game up. Now, they know they have to do it, but there's going to be a goal scorer here in the next 2 or 3 minutes the way the game's going right now.
And Muller brought it in offside.
Gary, if Makarov ever decides to shoot the National Hockey League, I don't know what's going to happen, because right now he's just passing every single time he gets the puck. You think sooner or later people are going to fall for it, but he's such a great player that they won't be able to pick it up. But he is going to start shooting pretty soon, and that's going to add another dimension to his game.
Boy, does he make things happen. He is a creator of offensive opportunities on the ice. Suter in behind the net. And Makarov with all of that, even though he's not shooting, still up there with all the assists leading the league. Mullen got Valashek turned around, tried to run it in. It is underneath Sean Burke. He faked the drive and then feathered it and almost put it between the pads.
Now, this is a play you usually only try in practice. You fake the shot and then you throw it out front with one hand. Watch the left hand of Mullen. Right there. He fakes the shot. Now he throws out one hand. And he's going to just poke it in behind the goaltender. Even in practice, the goalie gets mad when you try that. It's a great play by Mullen. Yeah, you have to have tremendous confidence to try something like that.
Mullen has picked up his 5th goal of the season here tonight and almost had number 6. 38-23, the shots on. The Devils have had some scoring opportunities here as they picked up the only goal of the period. John McLean at 17 seconds. Here's Suter. Suter in. Scores! There's a backbreaker. 6-3 Flames.
Good power offense by the Calgary Flames. You see the face-off, and they do not allow the New Jersey player number 8, Dave Maley, to get out there. Good job. That allows Suter to walk right in. Now, that's Maley's man to get out there. He was interfered with. You see the Devils right now talking to the referee. He was pulled down, and that's why Suter was able to walk in unmolested and take just that good hard shot and really make this game a long way back to the Devils.
Maley trying to center. Suter gets his 3rd from Otto at 9:13. Maley in front. Backed it up, and a penalty coming up. A holding call, and it'll be on Suter. So Suter gets the goal at 9:13, and at 9:27 goes to the penalty box on the hold. And the Devils 1 for 3 on the power play, get their 4th chance. And they've got to take advantage of it. 10:27 left, but they are again down by 3 goals. Second time the Flames have had a 3-goal lead. Mark Johnson in front, Merzen. And cleared by Nieuwendyk. Suter with that goal. He's got a goal and an assist tonight. Joel Otto picking up an assist on that goal. Has a goal and 2 assists. Sundstrom. Merzen tried to glove it. Shanahan in front. Johnson. Shot fanned on by Tommy Aveline. Hit the heel of the stick. Merzen up. Aveline able to hold it in. Intended for Sundstrom. Rolls behind the net to Natras. Natras played another strong game. McLean, who has a goal, got tied up back to the point. Tommy Aveline chasing. Good job to hold it in. Sundstrom. Minute 8 left on the power play for the Devils. Mark Johnson sneaking in from the point. Couldn't get the puck to him, though. And Merzen will just drag a bit and send it in on Burke.
Devils right there trying to get that puck back to the point and use that point shot and try for a deflection, but Calgary did a good job of keeping it away from the Devil point man.
Just drilled that one in, dump and chase McLean. It's banged at by McCoon, taken by Broughton. McCoon steals it back. McLean tipped high in the air by Otto, the driver. Devils are out of position here now, and it will be clear by Brad McCrimmon.
Again, just the attack. Calgary Flames attack on killing the penalty, and that's forcing you to make perfect passes every time.
19 seconds in the power play. Ruotsalainen, wide side corner. McCrimmon is there. The captain up to the point. Driver held it in. Driver trying to get it behind the net. McCrimmon wouldn't let him. Out in front now. McCoon is there. Drove it away from Broughton. Driver again. Good job by McCoon. Driver. 1 second left. Penalty is over. Suter's back on the ice. Even strength. Devils 1 for 4 in the power play. Ojanen. Muller moves around him. Joey Mullen over to Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk back into the middle. Suter just off, and he couldn't get the stick on it. He was by himself for a moment. Broughton back the other way for the Devils. Sends that one in, blocked by Natras at the blue line. 8:12 to go, third period. Flames are up by 3. Calgary Flames looking for win number 8 tonight. 7-4-4. They lost last night to Edmonton 5-2. That'll be rolled in on Vernon. Wide, went through the crease. There'll be no whistle. Hrdina. Gary Hrdina up to Hunter. Back to Hrdina. Dropped it for Priatkin. Danico on him. Valashek moves in, and it's picked up by Korn. Back to Maley. Maley trying to turn in an offside on the Devils. So the Flames have got this one pretty much in hand, leading by 3 here with 7:39 left.
Well, Gary, the Devils return home Wednesday to play the Quebec Nordiques. That'll end a streak of 9 straight non-division games for the Devils. This is their 8th one here tonight against the Calgary Flames. And then they get it back to a home-and-home with the Philadelphia Flyers this weekend. And this is also a stretch of only 2 games in 9 nights. So the Devils will be well-rested team for these next few games.
Devils are 2-0-1 in the Patrick division. They are 4-5-1 in games outside of the division. Delayed offside call here, so it's a free out for the Flames. It's dumped. a wave off the icing. Burke's going to have to play it. The next shot on goal by the Flames will be their 40th of the night, out shooting the Devils right now 39-23. Gets pretty close to a 2-1 advantage in shots. Taken. Gilmore to the point. Suter sends it in. Score! Tipped in! Suter to Hrdina, and it is a 7-3 lead.
That big goal by Suter really has opened this game up, and right now the Devils trying to fight back. Just making some mistakes in their own zone. Danico charges, 2 players go to the point. Nice move there, and Hrdina just chips that one home for his 2nd goal of the game. But this is just another example of the powerhouse team that the Flames do have.
They do just keep pouring it on, so a 2-goal night for Hrdina. And now Suter's got a 3-point night with a goal and 2 assists. And the Flames have a 7-3 lead against the Devils. Tommy Alvaline around the boards. Patrick Sundstrom. McLean taken down by McCoon. He's played a rugged physical game. McCrimmon up to Gilmore. Gilmore, the former St. Louis Blues, drops it in. Wolanin trying to send it out, hit the linesman. It stays in. Fleury centering. That close. Ranheim was right in front of the net as Calgary got the break when it hit the linesman. McCrimmon sends it in on Burke. John Burke will drop it off. Burke coming into the game tonight 4-3-2 with a .386 goals against. That's going to go up. .871 percentage save for him. McLean on the high flip. Ojanen almost couldn't catch up to it. And Merzen puts it up into the stands. Face-off coming to the right of Mike Vernon. Looking for the victory tonight. Vernon who's 6-2-2 after number 7 on the season. Merzen. Believe me, the Flames will just keep on coming.
They don't stop at home, believe me. This team likes to score goals, and they've got the kind of players who'll just keep attacking and run up the score 8-9-3, but it's just the kind of talent that they have. A lot of players really do consider the Flames to still have a little bit of bully in them. They like to run that score up and rub it in your face on occasion.
Otto's got it. Otto to the point. Merzen can't catch up to it. Hrdina 2 goals. Otto, Suter, both have picked up goals. Roberts, Fleury. They're the ones who put them on the board for the Calgary Flames. The Devils, Mark Johnson getting a power play goal. Kurt Muller had his 2nd goal of the season in the first period, and John McLean has one in the 3rd.
Yeah, I read an article about the Oakland A's when they won the World Championship in baseball. And someone said they just seemed larger in person than you thought they were on the ice or on the baseball field. And that's the same thing you feel when you come in close to the Calgary Flame team. You stand in their locker room. It's a very physically big team, bigger than it looks on the ice, actually. And it's just, after a while, they just wear you down.
In front on Vernon, he tipped it away as Bailey tried to wrap it around. Makarov out to Roberts. What a line this is with Nieuwendyk with them, and there's the offside. Absolutely right, Peter. And one of the things that makes them look larger than life is the depth on this team. It doesn't matter who's on the ice.
Well, out of the lineup for them tonight, just in their forwards, they have McClellan, well over 6'3". They have Patterson, he's 6'2", and they have Hunter, he's 6'2". Those are the players that aren't playing for them on the forward line. And Jim Poplinski just retired, and he's 6'2". So this is a very big, strong hockey club, and they just seem to continually add size. They have the talented players with Gilmore, Mullen, and now Makarov, but they add size on the wing.
Not much missing. The Calgary Flames. Sundstrom, 7-3 lead for the Flames. At 4:18 left. Shanahan saved Vernon, rebound. Sundstrom kicked it behind the net. Roberts is there to get it. Roberts up to Nieuwendyk. Nieuwendyk would like to get on the board here. Held scoreless last night by Edmonton and also held scoreless tonight. Shanahan knocking it down, and that's a whistle for an offside. Devils being outshot 41-24 and trailing 7-3. Off the draw at center, Devils will control. Driver. Oyenin. And he had it swept away by Hunter, who reached in, sends it the other way, no icing on it. Driver with Hunter on his back. Brown to Muller. Stays in the zone, however. Knocked out of there by Ruotsalainen. Over to Muller. Ruotsalainen. Oyenin. Over to Driver. Driver, the shot on Vernon. He's got the glove on it with Muller right there. Muller being pushed in by McCown. Muller just hangs on to Vernon. No problem on that. They have really dominated here tonight, the Calgary Flames. The Devils are going to take an 0-2-1 road trip back with them, and the Devils' record will go 6-6-2. They go back home to face Quebec and to regroup. And the Devils still unsure what the lines are going to be and who's going to be playing, which is very surprising at this point. The Devils started the season believing they had some roles set and were ready to go. But you see tonight it's not happening with Fetisov, Starikov out of the lineup tonight. John had to sit the other night. Now he's injured.
Dabney's out. Peter Sundstrom's out. So a lot of the players they brought in right now aren't playing for the Devils, and that has to be a concern to everybody because those were the people that were going to improve this club.
Ranheim the shot, Burke the save. Tommy Alberline bringing it up. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Maley. We've not seen much of Neil Brady tonight's game after the first period either tonight, so that's shortened the bench even more. Mark Johnson to Maley. Maley off the heel of the stick went wide. Dana Merzen. Gilmore. Good pass to Fleury. Aaron Fleury hit by Tommy Alberline. Broughton gloves it around to Wolanin. Broughton didn't have his stick that time, but in the defensive zone, remember, the glove pass this year is legal. There is no whistle on it. Vernon knocks it away to McGinnis. Al McGinnis among the defensemen. Second leading scorer for defensemen in the National Hockey League. Patrick Sundstrom trying to dig that one out. Ray Bourque with 19 points starting the night, the leading defensive scorer in the NHL. Centered right through the crease. Sundstrom was there, didn't get a stick on it. Valashek drives it in. Roy Mullen had it tipped away. Burquest centered around the boards to Danico. Minute 43 remaining.
Gary, with the Calgary being that last stop, really the pivotal game in this three-game road trip was that first game in Vancouver, and that's the one the players really felt bad about. The 6-6 tie against Edmonton was just a good, exciting game.
Newendijk, length of the ice, centered it. Makaroff was there. Roberts back to the boards. Makaroff takes the mugging, goes down. No penalty on it. Oyenin drove it out the center. Roberts sends it in. Makaroff is onside, but he's not going to get a stick down. Shot save. Rebound in front. Newendijk hauled down. Gregson letting him go. McCrimmon shot save made by Burke. 1 minute left to go in the period. 7-3. The Calgary Flames are on top. Devils with a loss tonight. 0 for the last 5 against the Flames. 0-2 this year. Erdina coming with Hunter. Erdina hacked at by Wolanin, centered it. Tommy Alberline tried to get it out. Hunter held it in. Erdina again, right off Burke. Picked up by Maley. 30 seconds left to go in the game. Broughton over to Maley. Maley to Broughton. McCrimmon stepped in. Brad McCrimmon. Wolanin will hold it in on the blue line. Free to Erdina. Final 15 seconds of the game. Erdina with a couple of goals. Gets the chance for the trick. Tried to get down the middle with it. Couldn't do it. Taken by Tommy Alberline, who backed it up. Priotkin there, looking for Erdina to give him a chance at it. And that's it. So the Calgary Flames grinding out another one. Just putting so much pressure on. The Devils were never able to generate the offense they needed after that first period.
Gary, the Devils had one opportunity